Alright, so are we recording? Yes. Okay, good. Welcome everyone to Roulette Crawl, the probably finale episode. I'm going to be getting the third rune, and then I'm going to be going into Zot. There's no real questions about that. Now, last time when we left, I was really pissed off at Crawl because it was jipping me. It was being a bit of a prick when it comes to the Abyss, and we're going to have another go at this. Hopefully I'm not going to get too angry this time. But yeah, if it keeps being a jerk, well, what can I do, right? So let me fill you in a little bit. Today is Christmas Eve, so if I miss it tomorrow, by the time I upload this, it'll be tomorrow. So Merry Christmas, guys. Um, this is the same day that I recorded my what's it called, the series, the speedrun series. So me and Daniel decided to do a bit of a run, a couple of runs, one or two, where we would play, where I would play at least. I would play some games of Crawl where I tried to beat the game in under an hour. And I have done this before, surprisingly. I've done it once before. Okay, there's too many enemies here. Let's run. Oh god. Okay, let's blink and teleport, I guess. Because that was an iron shot and a strangulation thing. So I was being constricted. So that was a really tough call, a really tough fight. Um, I'm in lethal range of a iron shot, so yeah, there's not much I can do here. But I am gonna heal up before I go up into the third floor of Abyss. Unfortunately, I'm still pretty. It seems to be I'm pretty. Oh, okay, I got a full heal off this time, so that's really good. Now I should probably be training stealth or something because this is really starting to get painful. But I guess I'll just stay on for now. Uh, there's a lot of enemies here. I probably should fight them rather than run away. Maybe that's why I was struggling so much. But unfortunately, the lightning bolts are actually hurting a lot, which really does not bode well for Oh, that's deep water, right? That really doesn't bode well for what I have in mind in terms of Zot, because okay, that's not good. Let's run this way. Pick up some potions and just keep running. Don't stop running. I'm pretty sure I'm faster than everything here except maybe the Raijus. So let's go ahead and run. Just keep running, I guess. I guess we can put the enchantment on the Centaur Barding. Unfortunately, I didn't get a Centaur Barding of actually good stuff, so that kind of sucks. But oh well, can't really win them all. Um, is this too risky to stay? It might be. I'm not going to take any risk with this Abyss. I'm now aware that this one's not so kind to me, so I'm going to play it by ear, basically. I'm going to treat it as if it's going to be trolling me this whole time, so I'm not going to take any unnecessary risk or try to treat it like it's actually fair. I find that that's probably a good way to deal with this. And because I've been sitting in the Abyss for so long, I believe portal generation is up, so I should have a better chance of getting more spawns for the uh, what? Okay, that's weird. For some reason, that crystal wall is surrounded by a halo. It's kind of odd. Running away from this tentacled star spawns. Don't want to fight those things. Yeah, so with my speedrun series, I had a lot of fun, I guess. It was really early in the morning. But yeah, we managed to pick up. I managed to do some cool stuff. You can check that out on the channel. I don't know if I'll remember to link it in the upload section, in the description, but if I do, well, good, I guess. It means I wasn't being irresponsible. Okay, this definitely looks like a. This looks a lot like a vault, a rune vault. Probably is, to be honest. I'm rotted. I'm also slowed and poisoned. The slow's worn off, so that's good. Yeah, so this is distortion. These guys are all wielding distortion weapons. Oh, never mind. I got whisked away by the abyss. All right, I'm less annoyed about that one. Um, if I get thrown away by the abyss when I'm actually like on top of the rune, that's annoying. But if I haven't even touched the vault yet, that's fine. Like, if you consider to right now, I've only been on this character like today for a couple of minutes, so it's not too bad. Trying to keep a cool head because I don't want to accidentally die. I think I've stated this like a billion times in the last like couple of days, but yeah, I am aiming to get my 100th win in this year. Not 100th win in this year, sorry, but I'm saying I want to get my 100th win this year, if that makes sense. So you know, I don't want to. Okay, that's definitely a vault. There's no way this suspicious looking beehive is not a vault. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab this rune, and we'll teleport out. I know that there's a portal to the top, but I can't actually get to it, so it's not worth considering. There's too many enemies around here. Should we try to bail, or should we try to... Okay, let's drink a curing. Let's run all the way around this side, and maybe we can find the portal again, if we're lucky. But we're not lucky, so I don't think we are going to find it. Kind of sucks, I guess. Let's read teleport. Oh, let's use the teleport scroll. What on earth is that? Okay, that was me getting destroyed by Hellfire. Okay. Okay, this is scary. I'm drinking all my curings and what remains of my healing. I have no choice but to read the blink scroll. No, blink over here, please. Don't kill me, don't kill me. There we go. I'm healing, running. Okay, this is a stressful one. I have no healing left. This is really scary. I'm gonna run for it, being really aware that I could very easily die. I should have hasted. I didn't realize I had haste in my inventory. But whisked away again. Okay, perfect. Oh, goodness. Alright. That was a really stressful run. But now I have absolutely no way to heal or cure. And that's really scary. So I'm actually going to pop into Elf for a little while and see if I can pick up one or two consumables. Elf at this point is really straightforward. And while I've conserved all my Ured stuff, it came at a big cost of all my consumables. So that's the problem with Ured. You kind of weaken your own character to get that kind of strength. So by Zot, you're usually paying the price somehow. So let's go up to Elf. Elf is just there. If I can find like one or two heal wounds, maybe a couple of curing potions, I'd be a lot safer, I would feel, at least. I wouldn't feel as bad about my current situation. So basically we're doing this just to look for stuff. We're not looking for items in terms of like gear, we're looking for just purely like consumables. Which means that it's really important that I don't waste anything. Okay, so this is a potion. Nope, no potions. Do we have heal anywhere? Do we have cure? Curing. We have a couple of curing potions. Okay, I might pick one of those up. The orc one. Just because it's kind of close. Not really close, but reasonable. I'm thinking that maybe I need to... Okay, this is really bad. Let's teleport again. Just because I don't feel safe being abyssed again. There's another scroll of teleport, but that's not really what we're looking for. We're looking more for our health potions and stuff. I should technically bring my summons with me because there's no real reason not to at this point. I'm going to be keeping my summons with me in Zot for most of it anyway. But, you know, I guess I'll try to make do with what I can. Oh, right, I forgot I can raise the dead here. Completely forgot. Yeah, at this point in time, I'm only thinking about my undead summons now. They will either win me the game or they'll lose me the game. Their lack of presence will lose me the game, that is. If I can get them to stay with me, they'll actually be really good. You know what, let's enslave this guy. Oh, it's too badly injured. Okay, let's try to enslave the next guy that comes along. Maybe either a Conjurer, an Annihilator, or a Blade Master or something crazy. Something good. We don't really want a Summoner because a Summoner's kind of crap. But yeah, we want something of reasonable power. If we can pick one up, that'd be pretty good. That guy seems to do well. What can he cast? He can cast Corrosive Bolt, Haste. Okay, that's definitely good enough. Alright, so he's now marked, and we can kill him. We can grab his soul, and now he can haste and do other cool stuff, basically for us. We're not going to go into the... Oh, wow, okay, 2 acquirement scrolls, that's pretty good. And they're really cheap. Magic mapping is always good to have. Identify is always good to have. Teleport's always good to have. Torment's good to know, but not to have. So let's get rid of that. We'll read the acquirement for wands of heal wounds. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I don't need any more wands. Let's go for armor. So I can get a glowing centaur barding, +2 of flying. Flying is good enough that I'd probably just take it over the +4. Vanilla +4. Just because it's so damn good. Alright, so that's basically all we needed. We'll finish this floor, and we will go to Zot. Alright, so now I feel a really solid chance of winning this guy. Let's get 1 curing potion just in case we need it. Guess we'll buy a bread ration while we're at it. And anything in here? Nope, not really. Food, I guess. I can buy some more food while I'm here, I guess. Buy some food. Let's go to Zot. Alright, right. So now I have a lot of healing, and I have a lot of everything. And I will be bringing all my allies to me, all my undead, so you're going to see the full might of the undead army, which will probably collapse in a couple of seconds under Zot, but still, we can try. For some reason there's something trying to hit me. Now it's dead. Alright, so let's bring all our guys with us. Alright, so that's a reasonable army to bring into Zot. It's not the best army, but it'll do. We should probably dive to preserve the army. Basically, I'm playing with mob mentality now. I need to focus, like, every single enemy here is going to take out quite a hefty chunk of my army's resources, so I need to really consider how to deal with this stuff. Let's, actually no, let's just drop the potions of flight and the digging, and I guess the disintegration, since we already have one. Let's go down to Zot 3. Mapping. I will actually use the hasting ones to deal with some things. Like, oh great, this is really bad for me. I'm gonna use hasting on my allies and myself, and I'm gonna use might. I used resistance already, and the resistance is just for the Arc Road. And the reason why I did that is so that I would survive this attack, this onslaught. I'm going to leave my guys there for a second. I'm going to bring them up so I don't lose them. I'm going to sit here and rest and wait for my health to come back. So this vault is really tough, especially without Arc Road. Like, it's ridiculously tough without Arc Road. Because everything can just hurt you for a lot of your armor. It takes out a lot. Thankfully, I have mobs that I believe can't get corroded, so I'm actually in good shape. I also have a summoner with me that can also haste, which is also good. I'm making sure to take the brunt of the force. As long as I can retreat back onto my allies, I can preserve as much as possible. Mostly what I'm aiming to preserve is my 3 generals. The Profanes and the Bone Dragons. Those ones are the ones that I'm really looking to keep. Everything else is not as important. So if my Profane Servitors decide to try to kill itself, I will need to back off and use recall to allow it to come back to safety. Basic like manipulation. I guess I didn't really showcase a lot of army manipulation in this game because I didn't use my army as much. I tried to keep it low key so that I could save it for this moment, basically. I'm being corroded to hell. I'm gonna back off. Doesn't seem like any of my 3 big guys have died yet, which is good. I want to keep 3. 3 for Zot 5 is perfect. Alright, so let's dive this floor. I have control over the downstairs on the previous floor, so I'm actually really solid for this one. I will clear this one because... Oh, I can't eat that. Okay. I probably should be helping my team a bit more. I think I've lost a couple already. Lost a couple of underlings. But that's not as important this time around. As long as I keep my 3 up, my big 3, I'll be able to take on Orbs of Fire and stuff without too much stress, which is really good. Let's actually chuck a ring of protection from fire on, so we have 2 RFs. Oh god, another band of yellows. Okay, let's get a surround with recall, so we get a good fight going on. I need to remember to raise the dead to bolster the team, but for some reason I didn't, like an idiot. I think I lost a couple of guys just then. That's really depressing. I need to get some. I need to basically get some draconians that are like. I need to get some draconians to meat shield my own permanent allies, but I keep forgetting to because I'm bad. Boo. Apparently everyone got left behind, so I don't know what's going on now. Let's get some undead with me, and they can fight. Great, perfect. So what I meant by control over the upstairs, the downstairs, means that I can go down basically every stair in this floor, up every stair, sorry. So that essentially lets me go down every stair. I basically can control where I go in terms of slot 5, so I can determine my landing point. That's it's kind of complex. It's kind of confusing because I'm not really good at explaining, but yeah, basically because I know all 3 upstairs, all 3 downstairs up on slot 3, I have all control on slot 4, basically, of positioning, which is really good. And by extension, I have some control over slot 5, which is pretty good. What's this ring? +4 ring of slaying. I'm going to put it on instead of a protection from fire. That's really good. It's a bit late, but it's better than never. Wand of draining doesn't need to be here. Protection from cold. Sorely missing it right now. Sticking my guys on these enemies. Clearing all of slot 4 in case I need a downstairs, a quick retreat in slot 5. Though I doubt it. I'll either die down there or I'll make it through. So bring all my guys forward again, and we're going to go down to slot 5. Now, slot 5 is going to be... We're going to see a real shrinking of my stuff here, basically. Let's see, what is this? +2 pair of... A glove of strength. So 40, 11, 42, 10. So that's not worth it. Oh wait, maybe it is. Ah, whatever. Doesn't matter. No point in overthinking it now. One extra EV won't really help. Alright, so my army is shrunk a little bit, but that's okay. We just need to make sure to kill everything and remember to drain all their corpses. There seems to be enemies over there. Good. That's an ally that I can enlist to my aid. A Curse Toe. I'm going to bring all my allies with me. Even though he's going to torment, it's not going to affect the undead, which can then take him out quite easily. The main issue is, again, going to be the Orbs of Fire, which will ultimately shred most of this army. Like, my first encounter will probably take out half, I'd say, with relative ease. Like, the ghouls won't survive, the semi-permanents won't survive, and the vampires might survive, but I'm not really optimistic about them. So basically, I'm just aiming to use them as much as possible before not letting them die, but having them fight the Orb of Fire with a big surround. And once that doesn't work, I'm going to be spamming my... Okay, this is really bad. Haste the Bone Dragon. Not me. I think I put out less damage than the Bone Dragon, probably. Probably about the same, so it's not really important. But I'd rather have the Bone Dragon do more damage rather than myself, because I don't want to waste charges like that. Let's recharge the Hasting and Teleport, and drop the useless Paralysis and Polymorph. And now we need to slow clear this place. Need to be very patient with how I deal with these enemies. I don't know why these guys are just rushing into attack, but alright. I'm gonna recall them. Okay, this is the prime time. Gonna haste the Bone Dragons and the Bone Dragon and the Profane. And then I'm gonna poke at the Orb of Fire. Okay, so we managed to not lose anything there. That was really good of an engage, I guess. I'm gonna recall again. Make sure to haste my Bone Dragon. Haste myself. Okay, the fire is starting to burn. Oh god. I think I lost my Profane there. Yep. I'm gonna lose my Bone Dragons in a second, so I'm gonna recall them back, even though they're being suicidal as hell. Alright, good. So we lost a Profane. That's pretty bad. We do have our Bone Dragons, which is still kind of good, but also still a bit suicidal. Okay, so this seems to be the path we want to take. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. I don't know if we killed that orb fire, but we got somewhere. Let's pull back. We'll play a bit solo for now, because the Bone Dragons still have another role they need to fulfill later, and that role is bodyguarding me when I'm doing the orb run. So it's kind of imperative that I keep them alive, even in ZOT 5. I'm not using them as sacrificial pawns in any way. They're more like things that I just need to keep alive for now. Oh, right, I forgot. Your red summons are actually, your red undead are actually permanent because they're not nerfed by the spells. Okay, go away, please. Yep, thank you. Alright, get my health back. Let's go back down. Get a couple of undead with me, not a lot. For some reason this area isn't fully explored, which is weird. Okay, so now that I remembered that these guys are actually permanent until they die, they're actually a lot. I don't know why I keep saying actually a lot, but I feel less worried about it. This is really bad. I got confused. Okay, well, I'm gonna go upstairs. Hopefully I can pull the cursed toe with me. If I can't, then I'll just use a big recall and kill it instead. Okay, I don't know where it went. There it is. Let's recall so we can get a big surround on it. Good. Recall back upstairs. Drop all the permanents with me. Drop all the permanents upstairs, just in case. Ancient Lich. Okay, let's pull back. Okay, apparently didn't care. Get a surround on it. Okay, we managed to kill it. Let's pull back. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to trade away some. I'm obviously gonna have to be really careful. It's ZOT 5. I don't want to underestimate it in any way, shape, or form. We probably could take a summoner or something, but it's a bit too late. Let's run. I hope I don't get just randomly killed by a bolt or something. Alright, well, our 2 Bone Dragons are still alive. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, ZOT with your red is kind of stressful. Just because, like, you have to be really careful with how you manage your resources, I guess. That's a Draconian Monk. I don't need him. I'm gonna try to enslave one of them, but I'm not really sure which one I want. I probably want a Draconian Caller. Okay, this is a really bad fight for me because I don't have Roulette. So let's get a surround on it, or try to at least. Alright, good. We lost another Flayed Ghost. That's fine, I guess. Okay, how about we just bring them with me? I think I need to just bring them with me. Okay, I definitely need to bring them with me. Put the fire back on. Use a might potion, and just jab at the orb of fire from behind. Okay, we managed to kill some. Oh, this is just actually nerve-wracking. I'm losing more and more of my army. This is like it's like you build up a really solid army and then it just kind of crumbles away like the undead do as you reach the Orb of Zot. It's just insane how I actually managed to call it this time. Like I knew for a fact that this was going to happen because this is what happens with most of your red games. You end up playing ZOT 5 as basically yourself after being. Oh, okay. This is another bad situation. I don't want my Bone Dragons to die. I'm gonna pull them back. I'm gonna use Might here, and I'm gonna beat on him like this when I'm in less danger. When my Orb of Fires, my Orb Dragons are in less danger of being surrounded. This is still kind of tough though. Still pretty ridiculous. Alright, got some more undead. That's good. Mami's like not replenishing at all, but that's fine. It's getting like some vague, useless guys, but that's not too bad. Invisibility should do well here. I'm gonna actually haste my Bone Dragon because I should. The Vampire Knights can take care of themselves, I believe. Yep. Alright, we managed to kill all these undead. These dragons. Oh god. Let's haste the allies. Did I lose? Okay, no, I didn't. Let's go berserk, I guess. Oh god, Bone Dragon, stop. Trampling him, please. You're making it really hard for me to kill him. Alright, cool. Hilariously enough, we managed to revive the ghoul that was gifted, that died. But he's a skeleton now. That's kind of okay. Gonna heal. Yeah, I've used a lot of time in Zot 5, but that's because I'm being really careful. And even then, you can kind of tell it's a tough fight. Yeah, you red guys are not meant to take on Zot, but that's kind of a paradox because you need to be on Zot, right? Alright, let's pull back a little bit. Let's not try to fight. The bone dragons are still there, which is excellent. Get a good surround on this, hopefully. Come on. Come on, beat his ass. Yep. There you go. Alright, let's pull back up here. Rest a full. Alright, you want to come and join our army? Nope, you don't want to. Prick. Gonna make sure that these guys come back. Don't want to teleport them away. Sick. Okay, we got a profane. Okay, we're really good now. We're playing with fire. Oh, we're cooking with fire. Or at least high-powered gas. Alright, so let's quaff and take the old Zot. Now, I'm gonna leave these guys behind, but I'm gonna keep them around whenever possible because I want them as an entourage of dudes. Because they're basically there to soak up attacks in the Oberon. They're not really here to do any damage. That's their basic purpose. So if I ever get into any trouble, I'll just swiftly recall them, and then they'll just sit there and I guess fight and create a distraction for me. So if I am in need, of course. But Centaurs actually have an easy orb run, so I might be completely fine, really. Yeah, it looks pretty chill, I guess. Oh man, so this was actually a really tense, I guess, part of Roulette Crawl. That's a guy I don't want to fight. Let's haste and blink randomly. He got one Hellfire off, and then I'm gonna fog, and then dig down and just run away. That worked. There's something invisible over there. I don't care. Why? Okay, interesting. There's an upstairs up here. That's good. There's one up here. Good, excellent. And whoa, where the hell did we go? Why are we over here? I thought downstairs was there. Oh man, it made me go all the way around. Okay, gross. No, let's just go this way. Alright, so let's dig through here. Recall our dudes. We got 4 guys left over, but 3 of the strong guys, I guess, survived, which is excellent. And we win. So that is this Centaur. What was he playing? Centaur Fighter. Yeah, Centaur Fighter done. And that is our 4th win on this game. In this game, at least. Spoilers. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we got. Again, so this is the customary end of episode review session where I briefly talk. I say briefly, but sometimes I tend to wander. Briefly talk about the character and how you can read the morgue and stuff. We're gonna take away. We're gonna pretend we're not seeing. We're gonna pretend that we're basically not. We didn't just watch this whole thing, and we're gonna just take a look at what this character was doing. Again, if you don't really want, if this isn't your cup of tea, feel free to leave. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for sticking around. Alright, so on to the discussion. Now, this character is, I think, a pretty interesting thought. This one's pretty interesting because he's deceptively weak. If you look at the gear, the Demon Trident, the plate armor, the shield, all of his gear is amazing. Like, pretty much top tier. All this is like stuff you would love to have. Resist mutations, slaying, protection from fire, maxed out Demon Trident, maxed out plate armor, shield. Everything has a brand except the gloves, which are maxed enchanted. Even got a Centaur barding of flying. Pretty lucky guy, right? But what's interesting to note is that he actually struggled quite a lot in Zot, and the reason why is because of Ured. Now, Ured is a god that guarantees you the early game or the mid game, but it costs you the final parts of the game. You could tell that I was really struggling to finish the game, to close the game out in the Abyss because he didn't do anything at all, and in Zot because his summons were just getting swamped, and I didn't have enough undead to replenish, I guess. So it was like you've got to really consider what he does for you. You need to be really good at, I guess, finishing the game if you want to, you know, play your red. But your red makes a really awesome mid game. So if you are stuck playing in the mid game, um, if you keep dying in the mid game, try picking your red. If you can get past the early game, he's really solid all the way up until Zot. In fact, another thing you could try is doing Vaults 5, losing your entire army in Vaults 5 to guarantee you that rune, but then playing Zot 5, Zot as a singular player with no real god other than the animate dead style ability. Like he doesn't give you any more, he won't give you that many more servants, but you'll still get a couple of undead with you. That's another way to do with Zot. I prefer to keep my army with me. Some prefer to ditch it. It's really up to you how you want to play. But yeah, he's a really solid 3-rune god. Like one of the most, he's the strongest 2-rune god, not nowhere near the strongest 3-rune god. One of the weaker 3-rune gods actually, which sounds really weird because when you think of X-rune gods, you're usually thinking about winning numbers, either 3, 4, 15, or 5, or in Kiku's case, maybe 6, because Tomb. Alright, yeah, so the equips were amazing. There's nothing really to say about that. I went into Elf, got 2 scrolls of requirement, and managed to pick up a heal wounds one that I never used. Uh, I know that technically that means that I wasn't having a stressful time, but in reality, I felt a lot more pressure from this character to win in terms of like difficulty. It was just really difficult to win, and you can kind of see like how bad the aptitudes are with Centaur. 23, especially when it comes with your red, who uses undead and the 50% EXP thing. So only 24 fighting, polearms at min delay, and armor and dodging below 20, well below 20. Shields at 10, Invo at 11. Invo might have been overtrained, but I couldn't really do much. Um, yeah, so most of this is talking about the god, and also talking about you can't really tell how difficult a fight is, how difficult it is for a character to win, just based on their equips alone. So you can't always just read it so easily into it. I guess that's kind of what I wanted to say. I guess a good way to note a good way to tell how difficult the fight was is if you look at the entered the realm level 5 of the realm of Zot at 76,000 turns, or 77,000 turns, give or take. I didn't get the orb until 82,000 turns, so it took me about 5,000 turns to do Zot 5. So that was a really tough Zot 5. Or I had real difficulty in like surviving, I guess. So you can kind of tell by that. It's not a perfect way to tell because I could have just been really safe like I was. But yeah, I did struggle quite a bit to. If you wanted to really check how much my killing power was, you would look at my notice and kill. It's not a great way to do it because my undead were no, I guess not. I guess not because my undead did take care of the orbs of fire quite quickly. It was mostly just the fact that they were wearing down on my army, so my I guess shield of allies was starting to crumble. Alright, so back to the action table. Let's go over this a bit quickly. Trident to start. Interestingly enough, I went down to a spear in the mid game. That implies that I got some really good spear. I don't actually remember what I got. I think I might have gotten a spear of freezing, and then a demon trident early on, which implies that I got really lucky. 13 to 15 demon trident is not very common. Blowgun used quite a lot of times in the mid game. You could see I was starting to struggle, I guess, if I was using the blowgun that much, 89 times. Animate Dead was used 445 times. That really tells you the power of your red. You use it a lot. And Recall Undead Slave I used a lot in the end just to micromanage my guys. I tend not to use Recall because I don't use it unless it's a panic situation or a semi-dangerous one. Accidentally used Drain Life, accidentally used Injury Mirror, accidentally stopped Recall, and I used Enslaved Soul one time. I should have used it more, but I kept forgetting. Wands, scrolls, potions, stabs. Interestingly enough, a lot of stabs, just because allies tend to confuse enemies. Not a lot of food eaten actually. 74 chunks compared to. Wait, hang on. Bread ration. Yeah, for some reason, only a couple of chunks eaten compared to usual. Probably because I don't know, I was just too busy animating stuff. So yeah, that about does it. That about wraps it up for this character. So I think tomorrow, this is the 25th. On the 26th, I will be uploading my second part of the speedrun, I believe, and following that will basically be uh, my backlog series, which you guys have not even seen the start of yet. So that should be pretty exciting. So this is one day after again. So I won this on the 24th. This is the 25th when I should be uploading this, unless I feel really generous. Not generous, but like I guess really cocky with what I've got left, and I decide to upload this today. Uh, I probably won't though, because I'm kind of running low on backlog. I need to spread this out pretty evenly, I guess, over the days. But look, to be fair, the speedrun videos are an hour each, and they're actually pretty cool in terms of content because I go through the whole game in an hour. Um, so like I guess technically that is a good treat, I guess. They're pretty awesome to watch, I think. I've watched a couple of speedruns before, not for Crawl, but for other games, and I really like watching speedruns. It's just really cool to see someone blast through a game that you might take like 6 hours to do. They can do it in like a bit of that time, a fraction of the time. So yeah, like yeah, I'm gonna upload this tomorrow. Or well, on you're gonna see this on the 25th. So Merry Christmas, guys. And the day after that should be the speedrun series, and then it'll go to backlog. If I have a break, I apologize. If I have to take 1 day break, it just means I ran out of content and I couldn't upload anymore. So my bad. Like seriously, like I tried to extend the backlog series, but it just panned out not to get the full number of videos that I wanted. So not a big deal. Um, not a big deal at all. So see you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as usual. Uh, see you next time.